I'm gonna share some books, and they are, drumroll please, romance books by Black authors that I found at the library. But first, let's get my blood sugar up.
You are my sun. You are my sunshine. You are my sun. Red and white.
How you doing today?
Hi, good, how are you?
Sorry. Can I get a name for you?
Erin. Thank you. Thank you, you too. Okay. I'm gonna share some books, and they are, drumroll please, romance books by Black authors that I found at the library. But first, let's get my blood sugar up. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin, and in today's video we are going to be talking about romance books by Black authors. I went ahead and put a bunch of books on, well, not a bunch, about 6 or 7 books on hold at my local library and picked them up, and I wanted to share them with you. I may or may not read all of them this month, but I just wanted to share a few titles that I thought would be interesting. So I really wanted to share these because number 1 is Black History Month, and number 2, Valentine's Day is coming around the corner. It's February, so I really was in the mood for some romance books, but I really wanted some by Black authors with Black characters. So here we go. The first one is Favor Neighbor, and this is by Christina Forrest. I started reading this book actually during the holidays on the Libby app, but I ran out of time and the book got returned. So I did want to pick this up again and try to finish it. So let's read a bit of the synopsis on this one. It says, I keep looking around because I am like, I don't want anybody like seeing me record. Okay, this one says, a shy bookworm enlists her charming neighbor to help her score a date, not knowing he's the obscure author she's been corresponding with in this sparkling and heart-fluttering romance by Christina Forrest. Yeah, it's definitely a longer synopsis on the back, so I just wanted to read that top one. When I started reading the beginning, first of all, I'm a writer, okay? But I love when romances kind of start with emails. Romance books start with emails or a lot of back and forth or text messages. So the beginning of the book started off with the two of them writing to each other in opposite spaces in the world, but they were writing to each other back and forth, and it was just the cutest connection that they had. So I'm definitely looking forward to finishing this one, and I've heard a lot of great reviews on it. It's a bit longer. This one is around 384 pages. So it's definitely a longer book, but and the prologue itself was kind of long to me when I was reading on the Kindle through the Libby app. So yeah, that's what kind of took me a bit longer, and of course it was the holidays, so I didn't really have as much time because just getting ready to end the year and gift shopping and all that good stuff. So I definitely look forward to getting back into this one. The next book is called One True Loves, and this is by Elise Bryant. And it's funny because I passed this one up in Target when it first came out, and I almost purchased it, but I didn't. So now I'm gonna get into, well, hopefully. I did ask the librarian to extend my library loan to mid-March because I have quite a few books and I did want to get through them, so hopefully I can. If not, I can always renew or grab them on the Libby app. Another thing was, I did look on Libby first to see if I can get these titles on my Kindle. Unfortunately, a lot of them, I'm guessing because of the time, Black History Month, romance, for Valentine's Day, a lot of these were on a very long hold, so I ended up just picking them up from the library. So anyway, this one is One True Loves, and it says, Lenora Bennett has always been a force. A star artist and style icon at her high school, she's a master in the subtle art of not giving a, well, you know what. But now that graduation is here, she's a little less sure. She's heading to NYU in the fall with a scarlet U for undeclared written across her chest. Her parents always remind her that black kids don't have the luxury of figuring it out as they go, but have to be 110% prepared. But it's a lot of pressure to be her ancestors' wildest dreams when Lenore is not even sure what her dreams are yet. When her family embarks on a post-graduation Mediterranean cruise, her friend Tessa is sure Lenore's in for a whirlwind romance. But Lenore knows that doesn't happen to girls like her. Then she meets Alex Lee. After their parents bond over the Cupid Shuffle, she ends up stuck with him for the remainder of the cruise. He's a hopeless romantic and a golden boy with a 10-year plan. In short, he's irritating as hell, but as they get to know each other during the picturesque stops across Europe, Alex may be able to help Lenore find something else she's been looking for, even if she doesn't want to admit it to herself. Love. So this one's really, really cute. I've also heard good things about this author, Elise Bryant. She's got I think she has like 3 or 4 other books. So I definitely wanted to check this one out. I want to say one was released last year. So I definitely want to read into this. I will let you know how that goes if I end up actually reading it this month. Oh, I did grab another one. Okay, cool. So this one is also by Elise Bryant. This is Reggie and Delilah's Year of Falling. Sorry. And this is what the cover looks like. I love these super cute covers with us on them. It's so adorable. It says Delilah always keeps her messy, gooey insides hidden behind a wall of shrugs and yeah, whatevers. She goes with the flow, which is how she ends up singing in her friend's punk band as a favor, even though she prefers to hide at the merch table. Reggie is a D&D dungeon master and self-declared blurred black nerd. He spends his free time leading quests and writing essays, critiquing the game under a pseudonym, keeping it all under wraps from his disapproving family. These two, who have practically nothing in common, meet for the first time on New Year's Eve, and then again on Valentine's Day, and then again on St. Patrick's Day. It's almost like the universe is pushing them together for a reason. Delilah wishes she were more like Reggie, open about what she likes and who she is, even if it's not cool, except it's all a front. Reggie is just role-playing someone confident, the kind of guy who could be with a girl like Delilah. As their holiday meetings continue, the two begin to fall for each other. But what happens once they realize they've each fallen for a version of the other that doesn't really exist? Okay, that's very interesting. And I think this is actually YA. Yes, okay, so Elise Bryant is a YA author. And so this is definitely something that a lot of teenagers deal with. And I think a lot of, young adults deal with. Everyone deals with this, where you kind of create this delusional persona of yourself for another person. So I definitely would like to see how this turns out when they realize that the other person isn't who they say they are, but also I'm sure that they may fall more in love with each other as they become more themselves. The next book is called Love is a Revolution, and this is by Renee Watson. When Nala Robertson reluctantly agrees to attend an open mic night for her cousin's sister friend Imani's birthday, she finds herself falling in instant love with Ty Brown, the MC. He's perfect, except Ty is an activist and is spending the summer putting on events for the community when Nala would rather watch movies and try out the new seasonal flowers at the local cemetery. In order to impress Ty, Nala tells a few tiny lies. When the two spend more time together sharing more of themselves, some of those lies get harder to sustain. As Nala falls deeper into keeping up her lies and into love, and as she fights for her relationship with Imani, too, she'll learn all the ways love is hard and how self-love is revolutionary. In Love is Revolutionary, the ultimate love story is not only about romance, but also about showing radical love to the people in your life, including to yourself. Okay. This definitely sounds good. And again, this is a YA as well. And this is something that young adults and teens definitely deal with. Just trying to figure out themselves while figuring out their emotions and also learning to love others. They're starting to get in relationships, like people and, navigating their best friend relationships and their circles that they're in. So this is definitely going to be something interesting. And I have a teenager and a preteen, so I'm definitely dealing with how to deal with that as a mom. you know, trying to be their friend and support them in these areas, but also giving them space and allowing them to learn to be themselves. So I think these books are definitely going to be helpful with like navigating that as well. I know that they're fictional, but there's always a good like message or story behind all of these. Next one is called The Love Script, and this is by Toni Shiloh. This is what that looks like. And I think that she's actually like more of a Christian author. I tried to pull book titles that were clean, romance books that were more clean, on the clean side. I can't guarantee that every last one will be, and the YA more juvenile topics hopefully will be clean. But as far as like I'm not sure about Favorite Neighbor, so we will see. But I do know that Toni Shiloh, I forgot the name of the book, but I did try to read some of it around the holidays. I didn't finish it, but she had more of a Christian writing style. So it says, a Hollywood hairstylist, Nevaeh Richards, loves making those in the spotlight shine, but prefers anonymity of staying behind her stylist chair where no one notices her. But when a photo of Nevaeh and Hollywood A-lister Lamont Booker goes viral for all the wrong reasons, her quiet life becomes the #1 trending topic. The silver screen's latest heartthrob, Lamont Booker's bold faith has gained him a platform, and the authenticity of his faith is well known, until the tabloids cause the world to question everything he claims to be. With his reputation on the line, he finds himself hearing out his agent's push for a fake relationship, something he never thought he'd consider in a million years. A love that goes off script. With their careers at risk, Nevaeh and Lamont have to convince the world that their scripted romance is more than just an act. But when fake seems to turn into something real, can Nevaeh trust her heart in a world where nothing is ever as it seems? Okay, I really like this idea. I like the fake relationship kind of vibes. I read a book called Faking Christmas in December, and it started off with a fake relationship and they ended up becoming, you know, an actual relationship. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And the fact that faith is involved, y'all know I'm a faith girly. I'm all about that. So definitely looking forward to reading this one. And the last book is called The Love Radio. This is by Ebony Liddell. Okay, it says, Prince Jones is the guy with all the answers, or so it seems. After all, at 17, he has his own segment on Detroit's popular hip-hop show Love Radio, where he dishes out advice to the brokenhearted. Prince has always dreamed of becoming a DJ and falling in love, but being the main caretaker for his mother, who has multiple sclerosis, and his little brother means his dreams will stay just that, and the only romances in his life are the ones he hears about from his listeners. Until he meets Danny Ford. Danny isn't checking for anybody. She's focused on her plan, a senior year, score a scholarship, and move to New York City to become a famous author. But her college essay keeps tripping her up, and acknowledging what's blocking her means dealing with what happened at that party a few months ago. And that's one thing Danny can't do. When the romantic DJ meets the ambitious writer, sparks fly. Prince is smitten, but Danny's not looking to get derailed. She gives Prince just 3 dates to convince her that he's worth it falling for. 3 dates for the love expert to take his own advice and just maybe change 2 lives forever. Okay, this one sounds really, really good. And of course, as a writer, I love to read books that have writers involved, like editors or like publishing, houses, things like that. So I am excited to read about that one. I love that she's like not really interested in relationships. She's really trying to keep her goals in mind and her education and all that good stuff. And then to kind of get the perspective of the DJ who gives out love advice but doesn't have a relationship, like that's gonna be interesting too. So I'm looking forward to that interesting dynamic. That's all I have for Black romance books, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. I look forward to getting into these. If you have read any of these titles, please let me know how you felt about them. I would love to get your perspective as well. Please like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think, and I will see you again next time.